My name is Super Big Zach. I'm so big I can't even fit in the frame. My name's Zach Rosenberg and I'm the biggest father out there. I'm so big that I can't even fit on the podcast.
This podcast is the world's biggest secret. What are you doing?
Just pushing my bosom back in. It's like I got so much side tit going on here. Hello and welcome to 8-Bit Dad. I'm Zach Rosenberg.
And I'm Brian Ferguson. 8-Bit Dad is the modern dad's guide to news, reviews, and fatherly opinions, which is updated daily. In this show, we talk about some of the week's top stories on 8bitdad.com.
That's right. We are the founding fathers of 8bitdad.com. We aggregate parenthood news from across the interwebs. It's digital. And we put them up on 8bitdad.com, as you may or may not know. Hopefully you do. And we aim to provide you with an important discussion about fatherhood.
Yes.
Sounds really important.
It does sound very important. And if you have a story that you would like to share and you want to submit it to us, you can email us at dads@8bitdad.com. Or give us a shout on Twitter or a poke on Facebook. Do they still poke people on Facebook?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Personally.
Personally, just run over there and poke people?
I'd poke them.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're on Facebook?
Okay, so I'm sick.
You're sick, dude.
I'm sick.
I'm actually a little uncomfortable sitting so close to you on the couch. That's why you're drinking tea and I'm still on the...
Green tea. It solves the world's problems. If the Occupy Wall Street people just were to drink tea, I'm sure that things would get settled really quick.
I think they probably do, demographically speaking.
Probably
are the tea drinkers.
Yeah, they are.
I'd say the guys in the buildings are probably the coffee drinkers.
Yes, probably.
So maybe tea's the problem.
Maybe it is. I don't know. The Tea Party, though.
Tea Party?
That's a whole other story. So.
Well, yeah, I mean,
well,
good for America, bad for England.
Whatever.
I guess. You know, the Tea Party was actually one of the first corporate overthrows.
Really?
In history. Everyone thinks it was about freedom.
Right.
It was actually about people wanting to overthrow the India East Trading Company or whatever that was doing all the tea in the world at the time.
Oh, okay.
The rebels or whoever actually wanted to sell their own tea on the American homeland, so they wanted to make the money off it without actually having to pay tax to the India East Trading Company. The things you learn in school.
You learned something today on 8-Bit Dad. So, Halloween's tomorrow.
It is. It's the 30th today.
It is the 30th.
Tomorrow's the 31st is how numbers work.
Yes. And are you dressing up?
I believe I dress up every day.
For this one day.
Oh, no.
You don't dress up?
No, I'm too big to dress up.
What does that mean? Too big?
There's a lot of real estate here, and
okay.
If I were to buy a costume, I'd probably have to buy like two and sew them together, or I'd have to do the whole like sheet ghost thing, and even then I'd have to get like a king size sheet, and it's not like monetarily feasible for me to dress up.
All right. Have you ever dressed up?
Yeah. Totally.
What were you? When was the last time you dressed up for Halloween?
Oh, for Halloween?
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
I guess I dressed up as a coworker.
Oh, well.
Dude played guitar, had tattoos. I wore some tattoo sleeves and brought my Guitar Hero guitar to work.
Okay.
Everyone said it was a laugh riot.
Oh.
And then he got let go.
Ah.
Then I wore the tattoo sleeves into the office.
Ah.
That was a shitstorm.
Oh.
Evidently, funny boy's not that funny sometimes. What are you dressing up as?
I'm going to be Obi-Wan. That's why I agree.
Kenobi?
Yeah.
Not Obi-Wan Johnson?
No, not Obi-Wan Johnson. Sorry.
Running back for the... you can't even come up with a football name.
Was he a football player?
Texas.
Oh, is his name Obi-Wan, really?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You know how much I know about football and the people that play it? Yeah. So Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes. I've been growing this beard out since,
large historical figure.
Yeah, very large. Intergalactic and all that. Yeah, I've been growing this beard out for a few weeks now.
A couple years.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey, good luck with that.
That's my. I can't wait to shave it, but November is. Movember, and I can't remember what this is about. Like I know it's like a no shave thing. Like
Well,
we grow a mustache, right?
And in one of the ways, I mean, there's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
On one hand, it's kind of like one of those, changing your Facebook face to like raise awareness for domestic violence or whatever. It's kind of one of those things.
Slacktivism.
Kind of doesn't. Yeah, slacktivism. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of one of those slacktivism things because we're all going to grow mustaches and go, wow, look at my mustache, and nothing's going to get solved.
Right.
Although there is a great website that does collect a lot of proceeds from it. I don't know which one it is right now, but we'll post a link. It's a man website. I'm gonna have to look it up. I have the link somewhere.
A man website.
Man website. But they do a contest and they give away like a shaving kit and they're pretty cool. They're doing their job. We're not. We're just gonna grow mustaches and say, look at us.
Oh, we're growing a mustache. Are you gonna grow a mustache?
Shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shave tomorrow. Let's do it.
You're gonna do okay.
I'll do it.
We'll do mustache.
I'll shave. We're gonna do a Movember shave.
I'm gonna look terrible with a mustache.
I get red patches on my face when I shave, so I don't know. I'll do it.
All right.
To raise awareness. Awareness. Testicular cancer, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a serious thing.
Yeah, it is. It's very.
There's
serious.
a lot of I kind of give shit to people around whatever breast cancer month is. I think it's October, right?
Yeah,
October
it
is
is.
breast cancer month.
Yeah, because all the football players are wearing pink.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but they used to.
Yeah, they did.
A couple weeks ago.
I kind of give people shit sometimes because there's all this stuff about breast cancer and not a lot about testicular cancer.
Yeah.
But I guess breast cancer also affects like 10 times more people than testicular cancer. I was going to say thank God, but I mean that's not like a thank God thing.
Well, I think it affects men. I don't think it just affects people.
Yeah, well, and breast cancer, I guess there's breast cancer in men also, which a lot of people don't know.
Oh.
Which also affects a lot fewer men than women, but still present.
But there's no like testicular cancer that
not a lot
can
of
get.
Yeah, not a lot of nut
women.
cancer in chicks.
Right.
Which I'm not going to say too bad. I mean,
yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Because that's a
big.
It's not a fun one, from what I've heard.
Big balls.
So while we're running this podcast into the ground, we got some other stuff to talk about, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess we do.
Question of the week?
Question of the week, yes. Do you let your kid play with your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch?
I just got the iPhone, as we talked about before.
This is your first touch device?
No.
Oh.
It's my first Apple device.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah. And I let my kid play with it.
What does he think about it?
I maybe shouldn't have. He's a little intense. He's like stone-fingered when he goes down on it. He's like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's Fruit Ninja, not Fruit Bulldozer. Like, you could be a little bit more, light with it.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not a gigantic fan of letting my kid touch the phone. I'm not a gigantic fan of anyone letting anyone's kids touch their phone.
Right.
Just because you pay so much for the phone, like, get it out of their hands, like it's your phone.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And you don't want to teach them that it's a toy.
Totally. And I can already see in myself, I've already started myself forwards on this idea of getting my kid video games, which is funny because in my former life of doing video game reviews, you'd think I would not be able to wait to get a video game console into my kid's hand.
Yeah.
But I was able to. Now that I have this iPhone, I see that he's having so much fun with Fruit Ninja and this other thing where you like toss crumpled papers into a trash can and simple, stupid games like that.
Right.
That now I'm like, well, maybe I should get him an iPod Touch and let him kind of go at it himself. I don't know. I think it's too early. I think he should still be doing like the more tactile stuff. I realized we had. I talked to that Ken Denmead guy, the Geek Dad, and he had said, yeah, sure, start him early, go for it, it's a great learning environment, get him started with computers. I'm kind of one of those don't get your kids started with computers too early people.
Yeah, it's almost like you're, when you, I hate to say that it's comparing to like a drug addict or anything, but it's like when you've done drugs, you don't want your kids to be like you.
Well, I think my biggest comparison is for me, and this is my controversial comparison, is when you give your kids juice too early.
Yeah.
You give your kid juice and then they never drink water again because everything is like amped up sweetness after that. Like even the organic juice and stuff like that. It's like you change their palate to something that's so sweet that no other thing can live up to it.
Right.
I think it's the same thing with like giving your kid an iPhone or an iPad or something.
Overstimulation.
Yeah, well, you give them this amazing device that does these incredible things that like our generation had to work to get to, and they can just get it right off the bat. And so no block set or puzzle or anything is ever going to be good enough.
Well, it's like that
after that.
That one video
in my opinion.
That one video of that kid that was. It was
the
set
magazine.
up. Yeah, the magazine and the. The kid thinks that the magazine is like an iPod,
which I'm calling bullshit on right off the bat. I don't know if you and I talked about this before, but you know, the little girl was like, she was doing this sort of thing, doing like the pinch to zoom on the magazine. I think personally, if you have a kid, you've seen your kid do that a million times. Right. It's not like she really thought she was. Yeah, it's like, what did my kid do for the first year of his life was. Anytime you gave him something, he was like. You know, doing that, he wasn't pinching to zoom.
I know my daughter is just kind of like pointing at stuff and going, she'll just go like that, you know, like boop boop. But yeah, I think it's just a natural thing for a kid to do, and just how it's interactive, and it can change. Anything can change by like a gesture on a. And
let's be honest. I mean, the shit is amazing when you see a kid like. Get on an iPhone and like flip through photos and like pinch and spread to zoom and zoom out and like they get it and they can take a picture and like it's incredible when you see like a 2-year-old get on that and do that. But when I saw my son start to do that sort of thing, I thought, God, am I going too fast? Do I still need to like get him on like a real camera, and do I need to get him, you know, on the ground playing with real stuff? And
I don't know. I think it's an evolutionary.
It could help with like learning how to write, I suppose.
It could.
I'm lefty, so it would actually be this.
I mean, from an evolution standpoint, you know, it's not like when you know, like a digital camera, or you know, like even when like a film camera came out, it's not like they were saying, "Oh, son, you got to learn the." You got to learn the art of taking a picture and holding still for, you know, 15 minutes while this picture develops, and you got to
holding the thing of the flash powder.
Yeah. It's not like, you know, they started out like, oh, I think he's going too fast. You know, like, I think it's just an evolution thing where these things are going to be around, and there's always going to be something new later down the line.
And I suppose if you take my point of view from things, then I should also not be giving my kids CDs or MP3s because. He should start with a cassette or a record or something. I mean, you know, I realize I'm kind of I'm a little stodgy when it comes to technology. So I mean, shit, yeah, give him. I don't know.
I don't know. As long as it's
I don't know. I don't want to like just give him my phone and let him kind of go to work. I mean, I think if you're gonna give your kid an iPhone or an iPod Touch, you know, and lock it down so that they can't make purchases in app, which. He almost did in one of the games. He's like shooting ninja stars at zombies, and all of a sudden it says, "Really? Purchase more ninja stars for $17.99?" And I was like, "No!" So there is an option to shut off those downloads.
And I think educational games would be really good for kids. You know, like not just just random games that are fun to play, but to also teach you know, the kids something. In addition to having fun with technology. Yeah. And that's what I did when I grew up. My first experience on a computer was like an Apple II, and that was in 1985. And the game that I played all the time was Sesame Street, and it was like a Sesame Street, you know, like a game that came on like 5 floppy disks. Yeah. And you had to like change them out like every 5 minutes. Yeah. You know, like, when it hit like insert disc 2, like shit. So, you know, that was my experience with computers, is I thought they were fun, and, you know, they also taught me, you know, how to spell, you know. I learned how to play chess on Star Wars Chess. That was awesome, man. That game was great. That took way too long to install. Do you remember Battle Chess? Yeah. Yeah, that was good, man. Like anytime you would move, they would like, the horse would like just start kicking the other guy. Yeah. Or, like, the 2 pawns would like ding, ding, ding. And it was like the Monty Python, like they would chop off his legs and just kick him over. Yeah, and the guy like hobbled. That was a fun game. Oh, man. So we have some other people that were, that answered this question. Deidre says...
I went to school with her, middle school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. She says that her son, Ryan, was playing Baby Galaxy on the iPad at 4 months, and could actually play it very well by six months. It totally helps with hand-eye coordination. The Baby First TV app is great, too.
I'll have to look those up.
Yeah.
I don't know if my kid's too old, but check them out.
Right.
This dude, Peter Hoffman, he says his 20-month-old daughter loves his iPad. In particular, she loves Angry Birds. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Yeah.
She doesn't care to play it, just watch. Which, again, who doesn't? When she sees my iPad sitting on the couch powered off, she says, "Birdie's sleeping." And sometimes will hand it to me to wake them up. She also likes the drawing apps, which I can imagine is pretty cool because there's not a lot of waste on paper, and I mean, crayons. Every time I give my kid a crayon, he bites it. So
it's very
the drawing apps are probably
kind
awesome.
of green.
Let's see who else we got here. Jeff Bogle, who I think...
Is it Boggle or Bogle?
Bogle?
Isn't that a game? I
think Boggle would be 2 G's.
Oh, that's right. Bogle.
Give us a shout and tell us what we're doing wrong here. If I understand, if I'm seeing his icon correctly, I think I know this guy on Twitter. I want to say this is... I'm not going to be able to come up with this right. Out with the Kids.
Oh, what is that? Is that a show?
It's another it's a dad blog. I think he does a podcast also.
Cool.
Out with the Kids.
More dad bloggers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He said his girls get time on the iPad and iPhone. They love the Toca Boca apps, which I actually looked up after he left that comment.
What is that?
They look really cool. Actually, there's a doctor one where like you get to play doctor with like this little thing, and you can put like the doctor tools up to the body and.
Oh, kind of like Operation almost?
Yeah, and it's like kind of cool. It's got like kind of a 50s graphics kind of... I don't know what that's called, like mod graphics maybe?
Right.
I don't know, like that kind of just 50s...
That's cool.
50s look. They have Toca Boca Robot, where you build robots. They're kind of cool. They're like... I want to say they were like $1.99 a piece. They weren't like the 99-cent apps. Yeah. I almost downloaded them, but I really... It's like, I don't want my kid like married to my iPhone. Yeah. So... Looks like we're going to have to buy an iPad. Awesome.
I don't even have an iPad yet.
Yeah. Hey, man.
So
that's cool.
I'd be really jealous.
Troglodad?
Troglodad. I was really bad at pronouncing stuff. He says, or she, I'm pretty sure it's a dude because it's dad, you know. It's not like Troglo mom, but it's dad. So he says, yep, my Samsung Captivate is great for doctor's offices, restaurants, traffic jams. He did a typo. It's just traffic jams. I keep kids' games on it and some drawing programs for those times they forget their Nintendo DSs.
Have you seen the Samsung Captivate?
No.
It's actually pretty cool. I have a very not ready picture of it here.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's actually, it's a little...
Yeah.
It's got apps.
Yeah, we'll put a thing up here.
We'll just...
Right there.
Just make it so I'm holding it.
Yeah.
I'm dialing.
Boop, boop.
But yeah, it's it's got apps on it. It's kind of cool. It looks like it's Android based.
Right.
That's my guess. Everything is.
Okay.
So cool, man.
Cool. So that's our question, and we're gonna have another question posted
every week.
Every week.
So, every week.
If you want to,
except last week.
Except last week, yeah. So if you want to be on our show, just put a comment.
Go for it.
Yeah, find the podcast question of the week and answer it, and we'll read your response on the show.
And if you're one of our friends on Facebook, comment on the actual article on the website.
Yeah, not just like a comment on the
Facebook. Just because we want to keep them in one place.
Yeah, we're lazy.
So. Yeah, especially this guy right here.
All right, first story.
Story 1. Father dresses up toddler son as Link, wins the unannounced 8-Bit Dad costume contest.
I didn't know we were going to have a contest.
I think I decided this one at about midnight when I posted the article. This dude, this dude, incredible costume. This guy, I saw this originally on unrealitymag.com. which is like a kind of sci-fi website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading a sci-fi website at midnight. Okay, on a weekend, on like Friday night. That's how I roll.
Too. That's cool.
I was eating Carl's Jr., reading a sci-fi website on a Friday night. So.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so this guy's got a 1-year-old son. I kind of Googled the dude because Unreality magazine didn't really have any details about him. He just said, "Oh, this guy's awesome. Check out his pictures."
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming we're gonna show right up.
Yeah.
Here somewhere.
I like that video too. He's got like the rubies and everything.
The little rupee with Navi floating around.
Is it rupee or rubies?
I think it's rupee.
Rupee. That's the currency.
I played like
Raoul.
I played like 2 of the Zelda games. I played like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then it got like too complicated.
It got weird, man.
Link to the Past was like I love them. It's a great series, but
yeah.
I'm notoriously bad with patience and perseverance. So, but anyway, so this dude, his name on DeviantArt, which we have the link on the site, is Eric 3D. I just Googled Eric 3D and kind of came up with some stuff. I think he's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Him and his wife. His wife, I think, is a teacher. He's an animator, and he's a Zelda fan. They've got a 20-month-old son, and he wanted to dress him up like Link. Dude's got blonde hair, and they said, let's throw a felt cap on him and go. So yeah, when I went to Unreality, they only had links to the pictures. When I Googled the guy, I came up with his wife's entry on Instructables, which I believe is what I linked to here.
Oh, and then it showed you how to
make the outfit. So
that's cool.
If you want to make that costume in the one day between now and then,
that's a pretty bitchin' costume.
Or you know what, dress your kid like that and send him to the grocery store any day of the year, and you're gonna be a winner.
You're gonna get free groceries.
Yeah, you're gonna get something.
Look at that shield and the flasks and
this guy's
awesome.
real. So yeah,
this guy thought about shit.
Yeah, so that was an awesome costume, and once I saw that, I realized that we had to have an 8-Bit Dad costume contest.
And this guy,
and he won.
Yeah, he won. So
there wasn't really any.
Congratulations.
Other but
sorry to all the people that didn't win, but
so anyway,
next year. There's always next year.
Kind of a small story, but this dude really did a good job on the pictures. I guess he hired someone. Or he's got a friend that did the pictures for him. It's all credited on the pictures. I don't know.
Yeah.
I graffitied over it on my header image like I usually do. I absolutely disrespected the credits on it. So if you click on any of the links, you'll be able to find who did the pictures, who did all that stuff, and go to his DeviantArt account and check it out. If you're a Zelda fan, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so next story was Sesame Street changes the future of the world, and. This one was, it has to do with, I mean, it's catering to a particular race.
Which race would you say that is?
The African American race. So there's 3 little, African American kids.
One of them is technically purple.
One of them is purple.
Shows how much the public broadcasting system thinks about you. Just make one of them purple.
Fuck it. We only have purple felt. So.
2 of them are already black. Make one of them purple. She'll be Nigerian. And
so this is it's a really cool video of this. It's not a monster, but it's a puppet. It's a little girl, pretending to like, how would you say this?
I don't know. I'm watching it right now, and it's kind of all over the place. It's you know what I like the most about it was that it's maybe this has always been true. I don't know about our childhood Sesame Street episodes, but it seems like Sesame Street's kind of they're kind of stepping into a new age of putting a political message into things.
A little bit. Yeah.
The message, of course, in this one is you can be whatever you want to be, which isn't necessarily a political message. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it seemed different than the sentiment of other. It's kind of.
They're really reaching out there.
There's something in it this time, as opposed to just saying. I mean, there was always "It's Not Easy Being Green," which was, if you listen to that song, I mean that's
a tearjerker.
That'll make you
Yeah.
I'm getting there right now. It's probably the beer, but you know, it's kind of it's a more real example of the it's not easy being green idea. Which before they were of course using green as kind of a metaphor for being black.
Right.
Now they're just straight up saying it, which is kind of cool. We're at the point in history where you don't have to candy coat things or green coat things. But yeah, it was totally like a Beyonce, you know, girls run the world type thing going.
Yeah.
Not to be racist. I mean, I guess it could have been any.
It could have been
empowered female thing, but
they have a lot of
cool
racial examples, you know, on the show. They have Indians. You know, they have Latinos.
They've always been the melting pot of children's television.
I mean, they really try. They're a try hard.
And you know what? And thank God they're doing this instead of more like Super Grover.
Oh, I hate Super Grover.
They're so big now on like compartmentalizing their products.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, here's Abby, Kidnaps.
Yeah, Grover just can't even like be Grover anymore. He has to be Super Grover, and Bert and Ernie have to go on adventures.
Elmo is now always Elmo's world. Like they don't ever interact with each other on Sesame Street now. It's all.
Speaking of which, what the hell is up with Mr. Noodle? Why is he always hanging outside Elmo's window?
I don't know, but the first Mr. Noodle that they had died. Serves him right. Because you jack around like that and not know how to put on your pants or your sweater vest.
Yeah,
God's gonna take you.
Yeah,
or not. I mean,
and he has a brother named Mr. Noodle.
Maybe it's not a vengeful show.
It's Mr. Noodle and his brother Mr. Noodle. Like, what the fuck is that?
You know what? I'm glad that the hackers took over the Sesame Street YouTube feed a couple weeks ago and put porno on it.
That's
keep them on their toes.
Yeah, that's teaching them. So it's a cute video.
It is.
Definitely expands the racial horizons for children, and it
speaks directly to someone for once.
It does. It definitely.
You know, like it's not easy being green. Yeah. It's like it was left up to interpretation. If you're 7 or something, you're
right.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, green. There's green people out there.
Yeah.
Oh, a talking frog. This one was like, hey, black chicks, you're on your shit. Like, congrats.
And
you're black. You're proud. Let's go, Tina Turner. Let's do it, Beyonce.
And there was
Let's go, Condoleezza Rice. I'm running out of like black celebrities that I can go on.
Speaking of which, did you hear about that Muammar Gaddafi thing about him being all into Condoleezza Rice and having all those pictures of her? What the hell? That guy was a freak.
Odd moment in international politics when they found that laptop.
And
not that I know anything about odd laptops.
There was a video that came out last year with the same character about her loving her hair, and that was
a weird,
yeah, it was a cool, whatever.
I don't know, maybe it wasn't.
All right, baby's waking up. So next story.
Baby's up. Move the show along.
Move it up.
Zach's about to get kicked out.
Up.
So next story was the French father that kidnapped his daughter's rapist.
This got a lot of attention. This got a lot of hits. Like, for as short as this article was, like, a lot of people were looking at this one.
And this one, I really wanted, when I first read this one, I really wanted to do one of my famous 2-liner, like, guess what, here's an incredible dad, and go to the sauce. But the more I read about it, I was like, man, I gotta recount this one.
Yeah.
This dude, Andre Bambursky, he's like
he's a French dude.
If you can imagine while you read the story, if you haven't already, and if you have, read it again. And imagine Liam Neeson in that Taken movie.
I never saw that.
Total like badass father movie.
Okay. Gotta see that then.
Dude's daughter gets kidnapped, and he like basically kills everyone in the world until he finds her.
Oh, that's reasonable. Yeah.
It was awesome. So it kind of reminded me of that guy, kind of, except Andre Bambursky wasn't as like hands-on about things, which, okay, it's probably better going that route than killing like everyone that's associated with your daughter's kidnapping.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands.
Yeah, totally.
And you gotta take care of business. You can't really rely on, I guess, the French authorities.
Clearly you can't in Germany.
Yeah.
Basically, Andre Bambursky, his daughter was raped and killed in 1982. Basically, what happened was this guy Andre and his wife had split, all due to this Dr. Dieter Kronbach.
Dieter. That is.
If anyone is ever talking
Saturday
to your wife
Night
and his
Live.
name is Dieter, you're headed for troubles. You get him out immediately.
Hello, my name is Dieter.
Is it the Sprockets guy?
Yeah,
Sprockets.
Sprockets.
So anyway, serious story here.
Yes.
Let's keep the SNL to a minimum on this one. This Dieter Kronbach guy was a full-on dirtbag. He had sexually abused. He was a doctor, kind of. He had sexually abused his patients in the past, and kind of got his hand slapped by the courts on that one. Hate it when that happens. And moved in with this dude's wife, and so they split up. Bambursky and his wife. So then all of a sudden, Bambursky's daughter ends up dead while living in this Kronbach guy's house in Germany somewhere. So, of course, Andrei Bambursky says, hey, look, you're a convicted rapist. Chances are you killed my daughter. Kronbach says, well, you know what, I'm going to lay low for a couple of years. German authorities don't extradite Kronbach back to France while Bambursky and the authorities are trying to get a hold of him. Germany says, F you, we're not sending him back. The French say, that's great, we have patience. So they wait. Meanwhile, Bambursky, obviously the laws are a little different with restraining orders and things.
Yeah.
But Bambursky visits this Kronbach guy in Germany a couple times over the course of 20 years. And knocks on his door, and the guy opens the door, and with his morning toast or whatever, and Bambursky's like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna get you.
Oh my God.
What would you do if your daughter was raped and killed by someone? It's like,
oh man, I would just go off. Yeah. Off the fucking.
You certainly wouldn't let the guy finish his morning toast. You'd strangle the fucker on his doorstep. This
has got to be a movie. This has to become a movie somewhere.
Hopefully
someday.
with subtitles, because I don't know French or German.
Well, no, I think someone
American.
Yeah.
Well, it was Taken with Liam Neeson.
Oh, that's the story?
No.
Oh. They can always make another Taken.
But they can make another. You can make it Taken 2.
Yeah.
So,
PQotW, look who's talking to. Taken also.
Not to make poke too much fun at a rape and killing story.
Oh, but hilarious.
That already happened. Well, it ended up well, basically, because Bambursky hired some kidnappers. And the kidnappers had actually kidnapped this Kronbach guy and brought him back to France, extradited him themselves, and left him beaten up on a court doorstep.
Damn, dude.
So, and then Bambursky got the phone call, collected his money, gave it to the kidnappers, and the police said, oh, look, a convicted rapist on our doorstep.
Hardcore, man.
So the guy went to trial. I think he was going to trial as the article was going up. I couldn't find anything more on it afterwards. Granted, I didn't look that hard, but
damn,
kind of a cool story about a father that didn't give up.
Yeah.
When your daughter, like we were saying, when your daughter is raped and killed,
that's 28 years, man.
I don't know what I would have done.
That's 28 years. It's a long time.
I would have hired kidnappers.
I would have hired
assassins.
Yeah.
I would have kicked the guy's ass myself.
Damn, dude. That's
and gone to jail, and it would have been worth it.
Yeah. Well.
So, anyway, that was a really popular story on the site.
Yes,
kind of one of our more serious stories. We like to have kind of humorous stories on the site, but sometimes we
get real.
Sometimes reality happens.
Sometimes we gotta pop a few bitches,
bust a cap in somebody's ass. But onto the funny. Son's reaction to Empire Strikes Back reveal. And this is... I just love that I'm not going to be able to hold it together for this one. Yeah, the face.
This kid is so into Star Wars, man. You alright there?
I'm going to throw him.
You okay? Do you need a Heimlich?
Oh. Yeah, we're good. This is his face, dude. You gotta watch the video.
So this
Watch
is
the video.
Empire Strikes Back. They're gonna die for a second, dude.
I haven't laughed that hard since my coworker told me that his son thought that Obama and Tiger Woods were brothers. Oh God, that's good.
That's good.
That's real good.
So this is the part.
Just the face. The kid's like,
This has a lot of hits, man. This is the first time that this kid saw the reveal of Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father.
which I think his response is pretty much just as good as Luke Skywalker's was. When he's like hanging there with one hand, you know, he's like on the corner. No, it isn't true. Darth Vader's like, get down the shaft, bitch.
This is like, you know, if you just saw the movie for the first time, this is what your reaction would be like too. Like, it's just a great.
I like that you included our patented Star Wars Star Wars count. We had this idea, which
Like
still
counter.
could go up.
Still could.
We were going to put a counter up on our website that said it has been, you know, X amount of days since our last Star Wars reference, because it seems like we make one every couple days. I had like Admiral Akbar on like every story for like a month at one point. So we may still do this in the future, but that when I saw that right before the video, right before the kid's face, I lost it.
Just the freeze frame that they took for the preview on this story.
It's just I want to have like Luke's face right up next to that kid's face. It's like the same face. He might as well be Luke Skywalker.
That's funny. Anyways.
But we have fun. Hope you do too.
Yes. So
chances are you don't.
Yeah. That's it for the 4 stories that we chose for this last week.
We have any upcoming events?
No.
We sure don't.
We do not.
I've got like 15 stories I'm in the middle of right now. Apologies to anyone that I've been telling that I'm going to be telling your story on the website, because I've got a list, man, and it's
been a busy few weeks.
Tough to get.
But you got back from Detroit, and you're still.
I'm still soldiering through
the Chevy Traverse. Yeah, you're still working on that. We're gonna have a video up on YouTube's.
I took a couple videos there. They cut us off at one point, like took our phones and cameras and put them on a cart, and a security guard, like an actual security guard.
Yeah.
Big dude. Shaved head. That was a shaved head. It could have also been like a bandana.
Or it could have been a hat.
A hat.
Yeah. Security.
American flag tied around his head.
Right.
But there was a big security guard that was like guarding our phones for a while. Or you had to put like tape over your camera. It's stupid.
That's crazy.
But I don't know. I gotta say, when I was there wasn't really all that secret. It didn't look all that secret to me in the parts that they were telling us we couldn't take pictures. We were like, I don't want to spoil anything, Chevy, but we were in a garage. There were cars being worked on. Occasionally someone would come in another car.
Yeah. It's kind of what happened.
Someone was looking at some stuff in a trunk. There was a car up on hydraulics. There was a seat on the ground. Like, there wasn't really much that, like, if you were shooting
it's
video,
not that,
like...
Yeah, it's not like a fancy, secret door that you walk into and everyone's just, like, doing, like, a musical or something, you know?
Maybe I missed,
we're
like...
making cars!
Maybe I missed, like, the actively cloaked car that was there. Like, maybe they were working on active cloaking technology.
Yeah, we are at my work.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's crazy.
That's right. You work for... something.
I work for something.
That does something with someone.
Yeah.
And you work on active cloaking. And intelligent nano
technologies
that sit in your blood and wait for you to commit crimes.
Yes.
And then report back to the government.
So we'll have a video soon.
Probably of the Chevy thing and not of the nano bugs.
Yeah. Look for us on, look for a post on.
Look for us on our website.
Somewhere. Yeah.
And in the next 17 podcasts, because we're going to try to
chances are we're going to
Chevy
mention it
every podcast
until we get a car. We're mentioning Chevy
until they start writing checks to us. We're going to keep mentioning their name.
Yes.
Also coming up, actually, I've got the that Olympus
camera.
pen EMP1 or something.
Yeah, it's like a $500 camera you're getting for free?
Yeah,
That's
I got
awesome.
it a couple days ago. It takes some pretty cool pictures.
Awesome.
You know what's actually the coolest part about it is that with like Instagram. Now that I have an iPhone, I can talk like I'm part of the group
And be trendy.
Instagram's got these like filters on it.
Yeah.
And, like all the camera apps now have filters, and so like this camera has filters in it.
Oh, did you know on,
So you
on
can, like-
Instagram, where you can blur the outside of the...
Yeah.
You can pinch and zoom the area on how big or small.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
just
and
thought,
the stripe, the one that's like the line.
Yeah.
You could like twist it and like make it like a different angle and
Yeah.
then pinch and yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, because the first one I did, I was like, oh, I don't know. I wanted the circle to be bigger because now
Yeah.
half of my face is blurry since my face doesn't fit in a frame. But this camera does the same kind of thing. It has like
Does it
pinhole
upload
view
or?
and
I don't know why I
I
said
don't
upload.
upload. Does it upload?
Does it upload?
But it does something, and it's
That's cool.
got some cool
So
stuff on it. but
we'll write about that.
that's on the list of 78 things that I have to write up in the next week.
So get to work. So you can mention us on. No, that's
Did we
not-
ever get that Baby Bretzo review up on the website?
No, it's on Mom TV though. So, are we on Mom TV?
I think the next time that people see us, it may be on Mom TV.
Oh, cool.
We've been in talks with Mom TV, and by that I mean I emailed Mom TV, and they said, yeah, sure, we'll put you there.
That was it.
And I got scared and said, wait. Is that all it takes?
So where would we be on Mom TV?
.com
MomTV.com, and then somewhere on there.
/
Oh, we're a slash. We'd be a slash.
channels /
Oh, we'd have a channel. Cool. We'd have a channel.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I got scared and emailed the lady back and said, Mom, where would we be on this website? So,
We'll find out and we'll let you know.
well, no, we'll post it on Facebook. We'll post it on Twitter
Right.
and Mashable.
So we definitely went over our 40 minutes again. We just have so much to talk about.
Can't get Zach to shut the F up.
I know. Except when there's like a...
Big guy, a lot of words in here.
Except when there's a Star Wars reaction video. And you look like
hit the deck.
you're gonna look like you're gonna die for about a minute. So
Anywho.
that's it for this week's show. You can mention. No, that's me. So I was like, you can mention. I'm sick. I'm really sick.
He can mention things.
I can mention things. You can contact us and suggest stories by emailing us at dads@8bitdad.com.
You can also befriend us on Facebook or like us or whatever
Whatever that
you're
is.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
And we are at facebook.com/8bitdad.
And we are also on the Twitters. Be sure to follow us on twitter.com/8bitdads with an S. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, whatever.
Close enough.
Not the 8-bit dad, because that's Scott, and he's cool. And he commented on our episode 3.
If he has a kid, he's
more than welcome.
to join us.
Whatever, he's an 8-bit dad too. So
Put your dick in something. Bumper music. Oh god. Oh, we're never gonna have any advertisers.
cut.
My name's Zach Rosenberg.
I stopped the broadcast.